Thank you, Rabbi. I have to share with you that it's the first time I had the privilege and honor to bless those four species. So it was very especially meaningful for me. So thank you, Rabbi Moron. And thank you for being there with us and celebrating for a few seconds and bearing with us in the rain. I know that you have tons of questions and that you saw the food outside, so I will not take too much of your time. I just want to mention a few more things and then we'll open it up for questions, okay? The second thing I would like to, I discussed hospitality and I shared with you the huge honor of being enjoyed the hospitality of the president in Malacanang, especially celebrating the partnership when it comes to energy. And I want to share with you that last week, DCM and myself had the honor to meet your Secretary of Tourism and discuss with her how do we better connect our two people and sharing this hospitality, vice versa, Israel to Philippines and the other way around. So I know that some of you had been to Israel, some of you have been more than once, some of you have not been yet, and we will make sure that there will be an opportunity for you to come and visit. But I think that it's the same way. When I went down the stairs of into the airport, and in May I came for 1 week, the first people who smiled at me, you can feel the genuine hospitality in their smile. It's directly connected to the heart. And when I felt that, it's directly and automatically connected to my heart. And I knew that this would be my gift. And I would be hospitable here always, even if we have things that we don't agree. That's what friends do. They share their good things, they share the bad things, they celebrate together, and they sit together to discuss things that they see differences. So, and the dream is to have direct flights between Israel and the Philippines, and I'm sure that with the guidance of Secretary Frasco, we hopefully will reach that goal as well. So this is hospitality. The second thing that I just briefly mentioned is harvest. And you that stared and you saw the 4 species, and you saw upstairs there are 7 species, that the whole land of milk and honey that gave us a lot of fruits and blessings. But I want to celebrate for a second the partnership between Philippines and Israel when it comes to agriculture. The fact that we exchange best practices, the fact that students of agriculture come to Israel and study in Israel and work in Israel, not work, they are interns. They are doing on-the-job training, because you can't learn agriculture just from reading books. You have to touch the ground to let things bloom. And that's what they are doing together. And also here, there's so many successful stories of Israeli businessmen and women partnering with Filipino businessmen and women, whether it's LGUs, whether it's private sector, and building farms together, building plantation, and the yield is amazing. And whomever you came to the last National Day reception and even have a taste of the vegetables growing here next to Manila. So this is the second thing that I wanted to share about harvest. And the third thing, which is very, very important, and you also heard it from the rabbi, happiness. The fact that we are commanded, v'samachta v'chagecha, be happy in your holidays. And I am sure I have not experienced yet the holidays in the Philippines, but I already, from September 1st, started feeling the spirit of Christmas in the streets and in the malls. So you see and you see the music, you enter into the mall, and your heart is uplifted. You start being happy, and you also buy, but let's leave that aside. But it's that the spirit, and in this respect, and that's I was hoping for this moment, and I'm waiting for a moment that I will be able to take off this necklace. But we are double today, because I don't know if you all know, but I know that you're a journalist and you've done your journalist inquiry beforehand, and you do know that we are, God willing, on the verge of peace. And there is already an understanding between the Palestinian Hamas terrorist organization and Israel hosted in Egypt, in Sheikh Jarrah, with two representatives of President Trump, Witkoff and Kushner, with our leaders, the minister Ron Dremer and other dignitaries, with the Turkish civil servant, civil intelligence person, with, of course, the Qatari, and of course, all of them together signed and agreed on the first phase. So God willing, at 12 o'clock Israeli time, which means 5 o'clock present time here, the ceasefire will get into action. And God willing, by Sunday, I will be able to take off this. Because this is a necklace that as a soldier I wore it with my ID. Because if God forbid I pass away, or any soldier, it's twice written the ID in the name, they break one to be able to identify me. But here, it's written here, our heart is captive in Gaza. And since October 7, 2 years ago and 2 days, I've been wearing this. Because I find myself as a diplomat, a soldier for peace, hoping and praying for peace, for the return of the hostages, and they were started with 251, and 2 of them were Filipino that thank God came back home. And one of them, Jimmy Pacheco, had even chosen to call his daughter Israela, and that is amazing. And unfortunately, 4 Filipino passed away on October 7th itself, and 2 since then. But OFWs still stay in Israel and want to stay there and don't want to come back because they feel safe despite what we see in the media and what we see in the news and what we hear from Israel. Because when you see things that, like even if here in Cebu, which had this horrific earthquake and the casualties from last week, what you see in the media is the earthquake in the Philippines, you can't come ever. No, the Secretary Frasco came to Cebu because she was a mayor there, so she came to help with the president. But a few days after, she celebrated the Odis Day, launching there and tourism cruise. You have to live. That's for us in Israel. The only way to fight terrorism is to keep on living and keep on having happiness in our life, and tourism is happiness. The same way here, despite its tragedy. And we were able to, with the GMA Foundation, thank you for you, we were able to send away 50 temporary tents, temporary sukkah to Cebu, to be as temporary homes for the people who are affected by the earthquake, in order that they, God willing, will have their solid home again, and then they don't need this temporary home anymore. So I would love to share with you more, but things are very much evolving now. So as if you remember, the back of me was Pros Aleinu Shukat Shlomecha. May God grace us and provide for us a tabernacles, a sukkah, a kupe of peace. Kopo? Of peace for all of us. So I think that these are the main messages, and if you can, bear with me, you will help me learn 3 words in Tagalog, and I will teach you 3 words in Hebrew. I tried very hard to be able to pronounce them rightly in Tagalog, but I apologize for before because I probably I will make some mistakes, but let me share with you that. Because that's at the end of the day what I'm wishing and blessing each and every one of us. So I'm first of all saying maraming salamat po sa iyong, and that's the 3 words that starts that I'm wishing each and every one of you. First of all, I'm wishing peace. Peace in Hebrew is shalom. So let's see if I'm able to pronounce this right in Tagalog. Kapayapaan. Kapayapaan. Yes. Okay, thank you. So in Hebrew it's shalom.
Shalom.
And the second word we discussed is hospitality and gathering. Mabuting pagatanga. Did I pronounce it okay? Or almost okay? Oh, so tell me again, teach me the I know that I'm pagantanga or
Pagtanggap. Pagtanggap.
Patanga. Thank you. And the last and most important thing that unite us here is hope. And the way to say hope in Tagalog is at pag-asa.
Pag-asa.
At pag-asa. Pag-asa.
Yes.
Pag-asa. At pag-asa. So, thank you for bearing with my Tagalog. God willing, it will improve. But at my age, I can't absorb new languages. I'm coping with the English, and that's more than enough. So I do apologize for that. And I would love to open it up for questions. But before that, I would like just to thank my team that had done a wonderful job of hosting all of us. So thank you to and Rose, that know all of you here now, Rose, that had worked all this weekend and all this holiday to be able to have all of us here together, and Consul Moti, that had built for us this sukkah, and it was a dream of mine to have sukkah in the rooftop. I'm happy so much that it's been come, and next year, God willing, we will be able to celebrate in a Sukkah Shalom, in the Tabernacles of Peace, with my Egyptian ambassador and Moroccan ambassador and Jordanian and God willing maybe even the Palestinian ambassador. We will be able to celebrate together in our Peace of Tabernacles, to celebrate peace, celebrating the Abrahamic Accord that we just 5 years had passed in 15th of September, and we will do an interfaith gathering next year with Muslims and Christians and Jews together. Rabbi Maron will share with us his blessings and his insights some more. God willing, that will be next year that you will come again. But up till now, thank you for all my wonderful team. I'm looking forward to hearing your questions and queries, and whatever I will not know, I will come back and answer you, because things are still so much evolving that not everything is to the open. We got some briefing, but still things are in motion. So who wants to ask first? Rose, you will be the one calling the shots, who's whom and what.
Speaking of